This is your last one and a courtesy call. It comes with danger up in this club where we get started and we ain't.
Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you part 2 of round 1 of our top 8 at a League Cup here recently. I know that International just ended. That's the reason why I didn't upload, by the way. If you guys were wondering, I did say I want to upload the last episode the next day. But International was going on. I figured not a lot of people would be watching the videos because Internationals is kind of hype. So I decided to just wait until now to upload it. And I know that it's not on a Monday. I didn't get a chance to record it until today, which is Monday. So it'll be up on Tuesday. But yeah, it's hard to spoil. Go watch the last part if you haven't watched it yet. These matches are really good. So before I say anything, go ahead and click off this video and go watch that. But for those of you that did watch the last part, this is part 2. If you guys saw last time, our boy Luis actually won the game against Fletcher, and this is with his Garbodor deck while Fletcher's playing Greninja. Right now he's shuffling up. We're about to get this game started. Ooh, my computer is roaring. I hope that doesn't affect the video at all. But if it does, I apologize if you hear a bunch of background noise. I'll be sure to do my best to minimize it. But here we're about to start. Now, Fletcher will be going first, most likely. And hopefully he can bring this game back. He did make a couple of misplays last time, but let's see if he can realize the misplays he made and adjust for this game. Now, he does start Talonflame, which is always really, really good. And he even has a Froakie start as well. He does attach the energy to Talonflame. And let's see what else he does here. There's not really much else you want to do. You might want to put down a second Froakie just to be safe. But he doesn't bother. He's just going to go ahead and it looks like... Oh, never mind. He has... Oh, yeah, now he's going to pass. Yeah, Alright, so he passes that turn. He does attach a Psychic Energy, so now Espeon is on the field. Sorry for the yawning, guys. Whew, just woke up. I wanted to record this right away. But Espeon is now on the field. That confusion is going to be really, really annoying because that means he's going to have to switch around a lot to avoid getting tails. Now, of course, if Fletcher does have a Psychic Energy, a Water Energy, and a way to get Frogadier in his hand, he will be okay because that means he can just Water Duplicates as early as turn 2, which is really, really nice. But right now, he did put down a Choice Band and a what's it called, a Trubbish down on the bench. So he's just thinking about what he should do here. No supporter was played yet, but he is just going to go ahead and hit him with Psybeam for confusion and 30 damage. He did have Frogadier. Water Energy down as well. And yeah, there we go. Nice early game Water Duplicates to see how many Frogadiers he has. Apparently he only has 2. Oh, he has all 3. Never mind. There we go. That's actually unheard of having all of them and not some of them prized. Wild. But there we go. Nice early game lead by Yoku. Let's see how Luis is gonna retaliate. He went ahead, got a Garb. He's on Sycamore here, losing an energy and a Garbodor as well. Let's see what he gets off at. He looks like he has an Eevee. DCE means he can start hitting with Psychic. It does knock that out because it does have a Water Energy attached actually. So one Frogadier will be going down this turn, but that's okay because he has 3 more in the back. And a Talonflame with a free retreat. Yeah, there we go. So let's see how many Greninjas he can put down this turn. There's a Splash Energy on that one, a Greninja on that one, which is really nice. He hasn't played any items yet either, so he's not really of any risk. Well, now he played 1, but that's still only 20 damage. It's not a big deal. He's got 2 Greninjas down now, which is great. He needs another Froakie down though, just so that whenever that Splash Energy does get used, he can put a Frogadier down on a Froakie. He's going to go ahead and hit him with Arrow Blitz to get any 2 cards he wants. Probably start setting up his Greninja breaks and get some Water Shurikens going off nice and early. Yeah. Psychic will only be doing 90 damage, and Talonflame does have 130 HP, so he'll be 10 short of knockout. Unless he plays Kukui here, should not be able to knock out that Talonflame, which is good because Talonflame is always useful. He does have another Espeon down, and he does put down another Eevee. That Air Blitz damage is really essential too, because that means Water Shuriken into a Choice Banded Moonlight Slash is a knockout on that Espeon if he doesn't switch it out, which means he's probably considering switching it out. He doesn't want to give Blizz any free prizes in the Greninja matchup. Alright, let's see what happens now. Now they played N, so Ioku doesn't get those 2 cards that he got earlier in the game, which is good for Luis. Luis not giving Ioku any chance to let things go his way, which is what you need to be doing. Try to ruin the prize exchange and stop your opponent from really setting up as much as possible. He does drop a Talonflame to get a Hex, or I mean a Lele to get a Hex, which is good, but he can't play Hex this turn. It was supposed to, again, I don't understand. I don't understand the reasoning behind playing those cards right away, knowing you can't play them yet. It's always been strange to me. Maybe he just wanted to Ultra Ball, get the cards out of his hand now, and then he just had a reason to do that there. But once again, Talonflame is at that 1 to 70 HP, which is a really bad HP to have against Greninja, because that's a giant Water Shuriken into a Choice Band and Moonlight Slash. It does exactly 170, which is very strong. Very, very strong. Easy for Greninja to knock out. He is going to choose a Divide GX, probably to knock out a Frogadier. Or not. No, he's just going to go ahead and just put damage on the board, which is good. It does put things in range of his attacks. But if Ioku can get off that combination we talked about earlier, that's going to be very strong. All he needs here is a Greninja Break, Water Energy, and a Choice Band, and he'll be able to get a knockout this turn. Not terribly hard to do in Greninja. Of course, it is a little bit difficult to pull it off because you have to draw into the Choice Band. Teammates isn't an option because there were no knockouts last turn. He's going to choose to end though. Of course, if Ioku wants to and he doesn't get that Choice Band, he can just knock out the Eevee with Giant Water Shuriken if he draws a Water Energy here. He's going to draw 6 off that end, which he did play. Which once again shuffles the Hex back into the deck. So now he lost his Hex while having a vulnerable Lele on the bench. He's going to Dive Ball, get a second Greninja Break, just really making sure that he has all these Greninjas ready. Now all he needs is a final Greninja on that Frogadier. He did put down a Froakie as well, which is good because once these Greninjas with Splash Energies get knocked out, he will be able to evolve pretty much his entire line. He has a Frogadier and a Froakie down on the bench already. Let's see if he doesn't have a Water Energy, which he looks like he does. He is going to choose to attack here. Let's see what he does here. Giant Water Shuriken into. Let's find out. Looks like the Eevee, so he's going to get a free prize here. Looks like he didn't get a Choice Band, so that was probably his best bet. No need to spread damage around. He can easily take knockouts later in the game, but right now he wants to make sure that he can stay ahead in the prize exchange, which is good. The less Espeons to deal with, the better, honestly. Not to mention, eventually that Garbodor is going to come out to play, and he will eventually need to knock out that Garb, so he figured, why not take the 1 prize now? It doesn't matter in the end anyways. But he's going to go ahead and just Moonlight Slash, I believe, for 60. Yeah, that does put him at 100, which means Giant Water Shuriken into Shadow Stitch is a knockout. Now, Espeon could confuse him, but it doesn't stop him from using his abilities. And Psychic will only be doing 90 here, and it looks like he has 40 damage on him, so it's not going to put him in knockout range. He does play Teammates though, so Teammates is a good card here. He did have his Eevee knocked out last turn. He probably used it as bait, so it's a very good play on Luis's part to bait a Water Shuriken like that. But now he gets any 2 cards he wants. He can't play Hex again this turn. because he played teammates, but he could get it if he wanted to. Of course, he doesn't have to reveal what cards he gets using teammates, so he does reveal it anyways, apparently. But he is getting Ultra Ball, and let's see what else he get, and Vaporeon. So very strange that he chose to reveal them, but I guess he just wants to get them out of the deck. Nothing terribly important that he wanted there. Let's see what he gets here. I would imagine he gets a Trubbish, right? He didn't need those cards in this matchup. He does get another Lele, probably to get another Hex Maniac, which if Yoku can end again, he is gonna lose that Hex Maniac one more time, and have another Lele down the bench that's vulnerable to attacks, and only have 4 cards in his hand as well, since he did take a knockout a while back. Did he actually? I know he should still have 5 prizes. He does attach a Psychic Energy to that Lele just so he has free retreat with the Stadium. Looks like he figured out that Yoku doesn't play any Stadiums in his deck, so. But he is going to go ahead and Psychic here for 90 damage. It looks like he's not confusing his opponent. Yeah, 90 plus 40 is 130. There we go. He's going to draw here. Let's see what he gets. If he gets more Water Energies, that'd be nice. Splash Energy is okay, because now he can afford to let this card be knocked out as long as he gets 2 prizes in exchange. But Water Energy is definitely needed here. He might have Fisherman in hand. He's eyeing up some Seekers, so he might actually choose to play N instead, which is risky, but probably worth it, right? Because he knows he got Hex. He doesn't want to be Hexed at all this game. At least he wants to prevent it as much as possible. He does choose to play N. So far, Yoku is playing this game very, very well, unlike the first game. Which he played the first game really well, don't get me wrong. But he looks like he's not really making too many misplays here. And if he does not make the most optimal play, he makes up for it a turn later, which is very good. He does get that Water Energy too, so he actually got exactly what he needed to get a knockout here, which is great. Let's see if he does get the knockout. He's gonna Field Blower that Stadium, so no more free retreat. Choice bands don't matter. He's gonna get rid of one anyways. That's not something I would do, just because the choice bands do not affect you whatsoever. All you're doing is giving him room to play Float Stones in those spots now. Giant Water Shuriken, there we go. He is making the right play here. And let's see. Oh, he's gonna switch out actually to prevent him from being knocked out. The other one also has Splash Energy too as well. So in the end, that actually does work out. He could just Shadow Stitch. He could just attack him with whatever. As long as he doesn't get rid of the Splash Energy on his field, he'll be okay. But that is 2 prizes for Yoku. He's already down to 3 prizes, while Luis is down 5. So let's see how he's gonna react to this. He doesn't have a Stadium anymore, so nothing has free retreat. He probably has to go out into what he's gonna choose to attack with. Let's take a look here. Lele also has only a 1 retreat cost as well. So if he does go out into Lele, it's not that bad of a play either. He isn't choosing guard, probably seeing that he had enough items in the discard pile to probably nab some knockouts now. He's going to get down another Stadium, so he did get the Stadium. I don't know if he top decked that or not, but getting that Stadium was really, really nice. I'm assuming he top decked it, because he probably would have went into Lele if he didn't top deck that, knowing that he had that free retreat option. But now he probably has to dig for a Psychic Energy. He might have teammates in his discard pile again. But he has to choose to play Sycamore. He needs to draw that Hex Maniac so that he can have some sort of a little bit more control in this game. It doesn't look like he plays the Garbotoxin Garbodor. Once again, I don't have his deck list, so I don't know exactly what he plays. But it doesn't look like he plays it. He looks like he opts to play Hex over it. He's going to drop a Sycamore and a Espeon there. Let's see what he gets to see. He doesn't look like he found anything, just probably looking through the deck. And let's see. He does play Shaman down. Alright, so I see. He was just emptying his hand to play down Shaman. Shaman's a risky play here. It's an easy target for Greninja. Once again, Choice Band Greninja doesn't even have to use Giant Water Shuriken. It can just attack it for knockout. So that could really help out Yoku in this match. I like how I switch between Yoku, Fletcher, and Blizz. Forgive me, guys. You guys know I'm talking about the same person. He does drop a Garbodor and something else. I didn't really see what the last thing is. But he is going to go ahead, fail it again. Let's see if he plays a second Shaman. I don't think he would. But, oh, it looks like he just passes here, completely whiffing the Psychic Energy, which is really, really bad, because that means he doesn't get that damage that he needs his turn to stay ahead in this matchup. Let's see what Ioku does here. He has a couple of cards in hand. He does have Fisherman, which he can play here. Yeah, that would get him a couple giant water shurikens off. So he can get his 2 giant water shurikens off and a big attack, since he can also attach for the turn. So he can giant water shuriken the active once, something on the bench, and then attack the active as well, without having to attach either, because it's gonna do 60 without attaching. But let's see what else he giant water shurikens. Probably a Lele, honestly, because Shaman can Sky Return. He's gonna choose to go for the Shaman though. He actually wins next turn if he doesn't Sky Return. If Luis doesn't Sky Return this turn, he's gonna play Choice Band down. Doesn't really do anything at this moment, but it is good to know that he has it. Let's see what else he does. He's gonna put on the bench one. All right, that's fair. He already plays supporter for the turn. He has an extra energy in hand for next turn. Did Luis get that Hex Maniac off that Sycamore? He is gonna Seeker. Not really sure why he's Seekering now. He's not going to be using that card this turn, and it's just another item in the discard pile, which is very risky. But at the same time, he is knocking out the Garbodor, so he actually has no way to punish him for playing items until he gets another Garbodor down. But he is gonna knock him out, so he is down to 2 prizes left. Let's see if they can let's see if he can close out this game. He really just needs to take one more big knockout. He looks like Luis does have a DCE in hand. He's gonna Hex though, which means that unless he plays Lysander, Ioku can't win this turn. He is gonna knock out the Garb. Wait a minute, he had a Splash Energy on that. I guess he forgot, but he did have Splash Energy, so he could have put the whole line back into his hand, unless I missaw. But I'm pretty positive both of his Greninja breaks had Splash Energies. So that's unfortunate that he forgot about that, because it could have been a game changer. He would have got another Greninja down, as well as a Frogadier down on the bench as well, while having a Greninja break in hand. But in the end, I don't think it matters. This one doesn't have any damage, but it does have the Choice Band. So this one will be taking a big hit here from Banded Greninja. Being able to hit him for 110, meaning he's just 1 giant water shuriken away from game. I think they're just trying to figure out math here. Yeah, but he does have the Splash Energy on that one as well. So he is going to max Potion and lose his Splash Energy. Very risky, because if he loses his Greninja, he's in a really, really bad place. Let's see what happens here. But he might feel like the risk is worth it. He's really thinking about what he wants to do here. He has no idea. He's thinking too much, though. He doesn't need to think this much. Just attack. You can't use your abilities this turn. Oh, it looks like he didn't have a Splash Energy attached to the other Greninja. So that's my bad. Alright, cool. Looks like he didn't have it, so I thought that was just me. He didn't attack that turn. Why didn't he attack that turn? I'm very confused. Also, someone's messing with the camera, probably me. But he is gonna Hex again. Why didn't he attack that turn? And he gets a, because he didn't attack, he gets a free chance to Sky Return. I'm very confused as to why he didn't attack that turn. Maybe he just forgot. I guess he just forgot. But he didn't attach for the turn yet, so he could have attached an attack. Very, very odd. I'm not too sure what's going on anymore. But he did Hex again, which means once again Ioku cannot win this turn. But now he's attaching. So I don't know what's happening right now. If he has a Lysander, he does win this game next turn though. Let's see what happens. Ignore the phone, it's in the background. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he does here. He's probably gonna Seeker Hex again, right? Oh no, I think this is the point of the game where time was called, and this is the final turn of the game. I remember this now. Yes, this is the final turn of the game. Now, this is the end of the entire round, and somebody has to win. So rules dictate, which I didn't know about this until today, right? But because Ioku took over half of his prizes, he actually won that game too, which means that it's a tie right now. They're about to go, as you can see, the cut right here into a sudden death, which means they both only have one prize. They did coin flip again, and Luis won the coin flip, which means he'll be going first, which is really, really bad. Greninja, I don't see a way that Greninja can win sudden death, especially if they didn't start Talonflame. Confusing is annoying. He can't attack with Frogadier because then he'd probably be knocked out because of Psychic the following turn. He did get a turn on Espeon, so things are not looking good for Ioku right now. I don't see a way that he can actually win this, especially now that he's set up. He can honestly end for one and then really, really ruin Ioku's plan, but it looks like he's just really going for this quick win, so instead he's going to go for Sycamore here, trying to get that DCE so he guarantees win next turn. He obviously can't attack turn one, so yeah, I don't see a way that Ioku can win. He has a really good hand for turn two, but he's probably not going to get a chance to get turn two, because Psychic will Oko Frogadier, or Froakie won't Oko Frogadier, but he doesn't seem like it's likely for him to evolve. He's gonna Ultra Ball here, probably grab a Trubbish, maybe just another Eevee. I'm really under the weather. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I guess he's counting his DCE. He's trying to figure out how much he has to dig to guarantee this game. He's gonna grab Lele into Sycamore, and yeah, that means he has a Sycamore for next turn as well. Just hoping he gets that DCE. Looks like he'll probably just pass here though. I don't see what else he can do. Shaman, okay, he's just gonna keep digging and grab two more cards. He does have a Trubbish. He might put down that Trubbish, yeah, just to make sure that he can't be end. But he's gonna pass here, and that's it for that turn. He does evolve the Frogadier, which means he can't be knocked out by Psychic next turn, but he can't actually evolve. That's right. Never mind. So actually, it looks like Ioku loses. Like if Luis does get that DCE next turn, that's game. He can't win. He can't evolve this turn. If he just takes a single knockout, that's game. And there's a DCE for game. So that's going to be round one of the top 8. Now I don't have round 2, but I will have the finals round. The final round game coming up here shortly. Not today, of course, but in the future. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a really intense final game. It'll be my first time watching it as well, so it'll be a fun little experience for both of us. Fletcher did do really, really well for his first ever tournament ever playing Pokemon TCG. So I'm proud of him. Luis is a veteran player, very, very good player. It's gonna be a little bit of a black screen for a little bit, but hey, don't forget to drop a like, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy these this live game content. I do want to do it more often. It's just something I really enjoy doing. Drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.